Imagine this for a moment. You're holding a thick, syrupy liquid. Now, try to push it through a narrow straw. It moves slowly, sluggishly, demanding huge effort. This isn't just an image, it's a stunningly accurate depiction of what is happening inside your body right now if you are eating the wrong things. By the age of 60, many of us start noticing stiffness, that persistent chill in our fingers and toes, a frustrating shortness of breath after light activity, or that familiar heavy brain fog that makes focus a struggle. We are often told this is the inevitable cost of getting older, something we simply must accept. But what if I told you the true culprit is hiding in plain sight, sitting innocently in your kitchen pantry? The sad and urgent truth is that a staggering number of people over the age of 60 are unknowingly consuming 5 common, seemingly harmless foods that literally and scientifically thicken their blood. This silently creates a massive, almost invisible traffic jam within your delicate network of veins and arteries. This phenomenon, which we call sluggish circulation, is not just about minor discomfort. It is the core engine of accelerated aging. Thick blood starves your brain of oxygen, robs your body of energy, and most critically forces your heart to work overtime just to keep the system moving. It is silent sabotage of your most vital functions. Today we are going to expose these 5 dangerous foods that are stealthily ruining your circulation and sabotaging your quality of life. I promise you, what we reveal about food number 3, a convenient staple many seniors rely on daily, will genuinely shock you. It is a food specifically marketed as healthy, but its internal effect is anything but. Stay with me, because understanding this crucial information is your first step toward regaining your vitality. We are not just talking about modifying your diet. We are talking about literally unlocking a smooth, powerful, life-giving flow that can transform your energy, your memory, and your ability to enjoy every moment of your golden years. This is your chance to reverse the flow of time within your body. Hello, I'm Dr. Sandra Sarati, and for decades I've devoted my work to uncovering the often misunderstood, yet profoundly impactful link between simple, everyday nutrition and the profound well-being of seniors. I have sat with countless individuals who express the same core frustrations, the crippling fatigue, the unexplained aches, the frustrating feeling that their body is slowing down, even when their spirit is still ready for adventure. Poor circulation is almost always at the heart of these struggles. You deserve more than just existing. You deserve to feel vibrant, sharp, mobile, and alive, not heavy and stiff. The core challenge, the pain point we must address, is the lack of specific, actionable information. We are constantly told to eat healthy, but no one explains which specific foods actively work against our natural ability to maintain a healthy blood viscosity, or thickness. This is the missing piece of the longevity puzzle. Today, your understanding changes completely. You are not only going to learn exactly which 5 common foods to stop consuming immediately to halt the thickening process, but more importantly, I will provide you with a powerful, simple, and delicious action plan. This plan will guide you in making substitutions that actively thin your blood naturally, dramatically improve your circulation, and allow you to feel a tangible difference in your energy and clarity in just a few weeks. This is not about complex, restrictive dieting or complicated science. It is simple, empowering knowledge that leads to massive physical power. Let's unlock the secret to effortless circulation and better, stronger health together. Food flow blocker. Number 1. The hidden danger of concentrated sugary beverages. This might seem like a simple point to start with, but here's where the true danger and the surprising intensity of the problem lie. I am not just talking about the obvious culprits like cola or sports drinks. The true hidden threat lurks in products many seniors mistakenly view as healthy, specifically fruit juices, sweetened teas, specialty coffee drinks, and even tonic water used with mixers. These are vehicles for delivering a massive, concentrated dose of quick-acting sugar, often without the benefit of the natural fiber that would slow its absorption. Why this matters so acutely for people over 60 is a matter of biochemistry and mechanics. When you consume this massive liquid sugar load, your body is instantly overwhelmed, forcing a disproportionate, stress-inducing surge of insulin to be released. Over years, or even months, this constant cycle of high blood sugar creates a silent but serious problem. It makes the inner lining of your blood vessels, the vital passageways, sticky and inflamed. Think of your thousands of blood cells, red cells, white cells, and platelets as tiny boats navigating a critical river system. When that river is clean, they flow perfectly. When the river becomes thick with sugar sludge, the cells start to clump, stick to each other, and cling to those inflamed, sticky vessel walls. This clumping and adherence is the very definition of thicker, more sluggish blood. This is not just a slowdown, it is a serious risk factor. To reclaim your smooth, effortless flow, the solution is immediate and profound. You must aggressively ditch all forms of concentrated fruit juices and highly sweetened liquids. Instead, become a champion of plain water. Flavor it naturally with slices of lemon, refreshing cucumber, a few berries, or switch to unsweetened herbal teas. A wonderful gentleman I worked with, a former accountant named George, used to drink a large glass of cranberry juice every morning, believing it was essential for his health. When he switched to water and a diluted lemon slice, within 4 weeks, he reported that the persistent swelling in his ankles had almost completely vanished. His body could finally clear the excess fluids because the internal traffic jam had eased. It's a minimal change that yields a powerful, observable payoff for your circulation and fluid balance. You might think this is enough. It's not. The next food on our list is hiding an inflammatory cocktail that makes the damage even worse. Food flow blocker. Number 2, the silent saboteur, heavily processed and cured meats. You might be thinking, meat is protein, and protein is essential for maintaining muscle mass as I age. And you are absolutely correct. But we need to make a critical distinction. We are not talking about a high-quality, simply prepared piece of chicken or fish. We are talking specifically about heavily processed, cured, and packaged meats like sausages, bacon, hot dogs, bologna, pepperoni, and nearly all pre-packaged mass-market deli slices. The problem here transcends the protein itself. It is the inflammatory cocktail of ingredients packed inside. These processed meats are loaded with substances that are potent triggers for systemic inflammation. Very high levels of sodium, chemical preservatives, and often excessive amounts of low-quality saturated fats. When your body is subjected to a constant barrage of these inflammatory compounds, it enters a chronic state of mild defense. Part of this defensive response involves making specific components of your blood, particularly platelets and clotting factors, more active, sticky, and ready to clot at the slightest internal signal. While clotting is essential for healing a cut on your finger, we absolutely do not want this hyperactive clotting cascade happening unnecessarily inside your sensitive arteries and veins. Furthermore, the massive sodium content forces your body to retain excess water, which increases overall blood volume and pressure. This puts tremendous, constant stress on those already irritated vessel walls. To achieve truly free-flowing blood, you must consciously avoid these convenient, packaged slices. They are a time-saving measure that costs you your circulation. Instead, pivot to simple, clean, lean sources of protein. Think baked or grilled poultry, simple roasted fish, or legumes. For a truly quick, convenient lunch, simply roast a chicken breast on Sunday and use shredded slices of that clean, lean meat throughout the week, rather than buying the processed deli slices. This simple strategic swap immediately reduces the inflammatory load and allows your blood to regain its natural fluidity, significantly reducing that feeling of stiffness and heaviness you feel, especially after sitting for extended periods. We've addressed sugar and processed meat. But wait until you hear about the next food. It's in almost every senior's kitchen and directly contributes to a dangerous plaque buildup. Food flow blocker, number 3. The common cereal culprit and refined flours, the shocker. Remember how I said a very common food seniors rely on daily would shock you? This is the one that most frequently ruins healthy efforts. I am talking about refined, sugary breakfast cereals, white breads, white crackers, and other products made predominantly with highly processed white flour. Seniors often choose these because they are familiar, easy to chew, and gentle on the stomach. But they are, unfortunately, silent circulation killers. Why are they so destructive? Because these refined grain products have had all their beneficial fiber and nutrient content stripped away during processing. They are essentially pure concentrated carbohydrates that your body converts into sugar incredibly quickly, often faster, and with a higher spike than eating pure table sugar. This rapid and repeated surge of sugar causes the same destructive cycle as sugary drinks, but often with a greater volume of food consumed. This high sugar spike repeatedly damages the delicate inner lining of your arteries. Imagine constantly scraping fine sandpaper against a delicate protective surface. To repair the damage, your body sends in sticky repair mechanisms, including cholesterol and clotting factors, which makes your blood thicker, stickier, and starts the process of creating roadblocks or plaque on the artery walls. To protect your circulation, you must transition away from products made with refined white flour. For example, switching from a bowl of cornflakes or soft white toast to a bowl of old-fashioned steel-cut oatmeal or a couple of hard-boiled eggs for breakfast can be a life-changing decision. Oatmeal contains complex fiber that slowly and steadily releases energy, preventing the destructive sugar spike. Think of your arteries as a vital highway system. We want smooth, uninterrupted driving, not constant construction and patching caused by inflammation. If you desire crystal clear thinking, sharp memory, and that pleasant feeling of warmth returning to your cold extremities, eliminating this refined flour and high sugar combination is a powerful move you must make. This connection between processed grains and blood viscosity is often overlooked. But next, we dive into the cooking oils that are causing a silent inflammation bomb in your body every single time you cook. Food flow blocker number 4. The sneaky and misunderstood vegetable oils. This one is perhaps the trickiest because these oils are often promoted as healthy cooking staples and are used by default in nearly every restaurant and processed food product. I am referring to the highly processed industrial seed and vegetable oils: corn oil, soybean oil, grapeseed oil, sunflower oil, safflower oil, and generic vegetable oil blends. The primary issue here is not the fat content itself, but the massive, unnatural amount of a specific type of fat called omega-6 fatty acids found in these oils. While we do need a small amount of omega-6 for normal bodily function, the typical Western diet is completely saturated or flooded with it, which throws off the critical natural balance with the more anti-inflammatory omega-3 fats. This profound imbalance and overload of omega-6 is a key trigger for widespread systemic inflammation throughout the body. And as we have thoroughly established, chronic inflammation is the number one cause of internal stickiness, vessel irritation, and ultimately thicker, more sluggish blood. When this chemical balance is completely skewed, the components in your blood become hyper-responsive and sticky, perpetually ready to clot, even when there is no need. To instantly shift your body toward an anti-inflammatory state, you need to be extremely deliberate about your choice of cooking fat. The simple and profound solution? Use high-quality, cold-pressed extra virgin olive oil or avocado oil for almost all of your daily cooking needs. A colleague's mother, who had struggled for years with persistent low energy and poor circulation that gave her a perpetual headache, made this single change. Simply switching her regular frying oil to extra virgin olive oil reduced her daily inflammatory input so significantly that she reported a clearer head and noticeably warmer hands within 2 months. This isn't just theory. it's chemical rebalancing. Reserve the seed oils for deep frying or don't use them at all. This simple switch is one of the quickest ways to bring your body's inflammatory response back into a peaceful, healthy balance. This oil switch alone is huge, but don't touch that dial. The final food is a dairy-based trap that compounds the problem by physically narrowing the blood flow path. Food flow blocker. Number 5, the cheese and cream trap. Concentrated dairy fats. Now let's turn our attention to high-fat dairy products, specifically in their highly concentrated forms. Rich, high-fat processed cheeses, certain processed butter substitutes, and heavy creams. Dairy itself is not the villain, but the consumption of these products in large daily quantities presents a twofold problem for circulation, especially as we age. First, the concentration of saturated fat in these items is significantly higher than in basic milk or yogurt. For an older body, consuming saturated fat in excess contributes directly to the process of building up low-density, sticky substances plaque on the inner walls of the arteries. This is a purely physical issue. The buildup narrows the path for your blood, forcing already thick, sluggish blood through an even smaller opening, dramatically increasing the effort your heart has to make. Second, the modern processing of milk, coupled with the high levels of certain dairy proteins in concentrated forms like cheese, can trigger a heightened inflammatory immune response in sensitive people. This is the same inflammatory trigger we've talked about that makes the blood constituents more active and sticky. The goal is strategic moderation and high-quality substitution. You do not necessarily have to abandon dairy completely. Swap heavy creams for a splash of lower-fat milk. Choose much smaller portions of high-quality, aged cheeses over highly processed cheese spreads. One gentleman I knew was consuming large quantities of processed cream cheese daily. Simply switching his morning spread to a small amount of mashed avocado on his toast helped dramatically reduce the daily saturated fat load that was contributing to his sluggish flow. This is not about denial. It's about making small, powerful, smarter substitutions that allow your body's vital flow system to work effortlessly. It's crucial to quickly and firmly debunk 3 common misconceptions that I hear almost daily, which ultimately prevent people from solving their thick blood problem. Myth 1. As long as I take a daily aspirin, my blood is thin enough. This is a widespread and dangerous misunderstanding. A low-dose aspirin primarily works on platelet stickiness, reducing one aspect of clotting. It does nothing to address the systemic inflammation, the sugar damage, or the mechanical sludge caused by the 5 foods we discussed. You can take aspirin every day, but if you continue to flood your system with refined sugars and inflammatory oils, you are creating a blood flow problem that aspirin cannot completely counteract. Food change is the foundational solution, not a supplement or drug. Myth 2. Extreme fatigue and stiffness are just genetic and inevitable for my age. This is a self-defeating and simply untrue notion. While genetics play a role in health, the level of debilitating fatigue, coldness, and stiffness many seniors experience is an acquired issue, primarily driven by decades of inflammatory diet choices. These symptoms are your body screaming for help, signaling poor oxygen and nutrient delivery due to thick, sluggish blood. Don't accept this as normal aging. Accepting it means accepting unnecessary suffering. By removing the blockers, you can absolutely reverse the feeling of inevitability and dramatically improve your energy levels. Myth 3. Drinking massive amounts of black coffee or tea will boost my circulation. While caffeine provides a temporary feeling of a boost, it is a diuretic and, in excess, can actually contribute to dehydration. Even mild dehydration causes your blood plasma volume to decrease, making the remaining blood thicker and more concentrated. If you are replacing plain water with caffeinated beverages, you are likely hurting your flow more than helping it. Hydration is key, but it must be primarily clean, pure water, not just caffeinated liquids. Focus on pure water intake throughout the day to maintain healthy blood volume and fluid consistency. Now that you possess the vital knowledge of what to avoid, here is your simple, practical, and highly effective implementation blueprint to actively thin your blood, rapidly improve circulation, and feel a true difference starting this week. Phase 1. The 15-day clean flow start. For the next 15 days, you must be rigorous. Completely eliminate all 5 flow blockers. Replace them immediately with foods that actively promote flow. Daily Flow Boost. Introduce a small piece, about 1 clove, of fresh garlic daily, either raw in a dressing or lightly sautéed in your olive oil. Garlic contains natural compounds that are potent, natural blood flow enhancers. Morning tonic. Start your day with a small glass of warm water mixed with the juice of half a lemon and a splash of extra virgin olive oil. This gentle tonic helps stimulate the liver and supports the breakdown of sticky fats. Hydration rule. Aim for at least 6 to 8 full glasses of pure water every day, sipping consistently to ensure your blood volume remains high and thin. The measurable expectation for the end of 15 days is that you will feel a noticeable, undeniable increase in your baseline energy and a significant reduction in that heavy, sluggish, internal feeling. Phase 2. The 30-day circulation reset. Maintain the rules from Phase 1. Now, reintroduce 2 vital habits that work alongside your diet. The post-meal walk. Implement gentle, mindful walking for 15 to 20 minutes immediately after your largest meal of the day. The contraction of your calf muscles acts as a powerful secondary pump, actively assisting the blood in returning to your heart and preventing pooling in the legs. Green tea power. Add 1 to 2 cups of green tea to your routine daily. The powerful antioxidants in green tea, called catechins, are proven to help keep the vessel walls smooth and flexible, allowing blood to glide through easily. Your goal by the end of 30 days is to notice a visible improvement in the color and warmth of your skin, especially in your feet and hands, and feel far less discomfort and heaviness in your legs when standing or sitting for long periods. Phase 3. The 60-90-day flow mastery. This phase is about embedding consistency and maximizing flow. Continue the food substitutions and gentle movements. Omega-3. Reinforcement. Introduce 2 portions of fatty, cold water fish, like salmon, mackerel, or sardines, weekly. These are packed with powerful omega-3 fats, which perfectly balance the omega-6 fats we discussed, actively repairing inflammation and dramatically promoting smooth blood. Spice for life. Start regularly using spices like turmeric, with a pinch of black pepper for absorption, and ginger in your cooking. These are natural, powerful anti-inflammatory agents that keep the inner lining of your blood vessels healthy. By the end of 90 days, you should feel a complete and profound transformation in your daily energy, your mental clarity, your physical warmth, and your overall vitality. This is not just theoretical hope. This is a clear, proven blueprint for achieving deep, lasting health. Now, take a moment and truly visualize this future. Imagine 90 days from now. You wake up feeling truly rested, not heavy and sluggish. Your mind is sharp, focused, and you remember names and details easily. You can walk around the block, tend to your garden, or play with your grandchildren without that burdensome lead feeling in your legs. This renewed vitality is not a distant wish. It is the natural, guaranteed result of simply giving your body the clean, anti-inflammatory fuel it has been desperately waiting for. You have just learned the single most powerful, yet overlooked secret to maintaining vigor and independence in your 60s and beyond. Controlling the thickness and fluidity of your blood through strategic, delicious dietary choices. The choice truly rests with you. You can continue eating the 5 foods that are silently, steadily creating sticky roadblocks inside your body, draining your energy and straining your heart. Or you can embrace these simple, empowering changes today and reclaim your smooth, powerful flow and your zest for life. Take that first step now. If this information has empowered you and you are committed to starting your journey to better circulation, I have 3 simple requests. First, please take a second and hit the like button. Your support helps this vital, life-changing information reach other seniors who are suffering in silence. Second, please go to the comments right now and simply type your current age. Let's build a supportive community dedicated to achieving vibrant, flowing health. And finally, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our very next video, where we reveal the 3 specific, simple exercises you can do while sitting down to boost your leg and lower body circulation instantly.